don't start.
Good morning.
Wait, no, I don't start the light. Just the
Signal, give me.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Good morning. You're welcome to the program Lagos This Morning, where we deliberate on trending topics, online and offline, about issues that are in Lagos State and Nigeria at large. My name is Olajide Taufik Olamide, and I have my co-host here.
Hi, I'm Adeni Adela. Welcome to Lagos This Morning.
All right, thank you very much. So let's look out on headlines, the major headlines we're having today. So APC knocks IU over PDP will win Lagos comment. US backs INEC on BVAS, threatens visa ban on election riggers. Standard Organization of Nigeria advocates patronage of locally made goods. Hunger as Lastma officials clamp down on motorists with trumped up charges. I was forced to sign police statement, says Chidinma. Unilag student slumps, dies while playing football. Relief as Lagos Airport restores runway light after 14 years. Alright, let's go to the first report. On anger as Lastma official clamped down on motorists while with trumped up charges. So a distraught looking Moses Salami was seen limping and pacing along the corridor of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority around 2:55 p.m. under the scorching sun on Friday, September 2, 2022. The 72-year-old commercial bus driver needed someone who would either help him add 3,500 naira to the 11,500 with him so he could retrieve his bus, or assist in talking to one of the Lastma officials who had arrested him, impounded his vehicle and asked him to pay a sum of 15,000 naira. Moses, who plies Idumota to Oshodi, said the official stopped him and claimed to have snapped him at Ojuelegba bus stop for violating traffic rules. Although shocked by the allegation, Salami said he demanded for the picture, but his request was rebuffed.
Alright, Unilag student slums, dies while playing football. Tragedy struck on Sunday at the University of Lagos State after a 100-level student of the Department of Social Work, Faculty of Social Science, Simon Adoku, slumped and died while playing football on the premises of the school in Akoka, Lagos State. It was reported that Adoku, after attending church service, went to play football at a field near the University Human Resource Development Center. The undergraduate was said to be playing football with his colleagues when he suddenly slumped. In a bid to rescue him, Adoku's colleagues rushed him to the medical center when the doctor on duty confirmed him dead. The varsity public relations officer Alagba Ibrahim, who confirmed the development said on Thursday the 22-year-old, before going to the pitch to play football, told his friend that he was sick. He said he was still going to go ahead and play football. In the course of playing, his teammate turned around and noticed he had slumped. They moved closer and tried to raise him, but at that point he was completely motionless. His friends took him to the medical center and they immediately tried to resuscitate him, but unfortunately he was dead.
Well, I think we should just what's your take on this anger as Lastma officials clamp down on Motorist? I think we should just deliberate on that.
Well, the Lastma officials, I think they are doing too much.
Okay.
They are doing too much. They should allow the motorists to do their work. Why didn't they stop the man at that Ojuelegba, which they have claimed to have taken pictures of him and a video of him? It was when he got to his destination, to Idumota, they had to I don't understand. It's kind of tricky and shady.
Yeah, and the man even said he asked for the pictures. But
they refused to provide the pictures to him.
I think Lastma officials out there should just be a bit law abiding. They shouldn't just take laws into their hands.
Most of them are no. I don't think they are law abiding anything. They are just after their pockets. That's just the fact. They are after their pockets. They don't care what these motorists are going through, because the motorists are going through a lot, from the Lastma to all these to road safety, BIO, and every one of them on the road, and they get to pay each officials. So I think that's too much on the motorist.
All right, the Lastma officials, if they are watching us, I think they would do better to make sure they discharge their duties with diligence and integrity. So this Unilag student slumped yesterday while playing football. I think that's just so sad. It's so sad on the part of the school, on the part of his colleagues and parents. I think at Didbin there were good health facilities, or probably the student around there playing football with him know one or two things about resuscitation.
They would have tried doing
Probably
something.
they would have tried, or maybe if there was a first aid or something, maybe we wouldn't have lost this young man. All right, let's go to the next one, which is the Standard Organization of Nigeria advocates patronage of locally made goods. All right, let's go to the report. The Standard Organization of Nigeria has urged Nigerian consumers to always insist on patronizing made in Nigeria products, noting that the move would help to combat the influx of fake and substandard goods into the country. The Director General of Standard Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim, at a sensitization exercise themed Zero Tolerance for Substandard Products, said one of the factors responsible for the thriving market of substandard goods is consumers' penchant for imported goods. According to him, local industries have the capacity to meet the nation's need, urging Nigerian consumers to always insist on only quality made in Nigeria products. He reaffirmed that agency's commitment to protect local industries, saying that they are veritable tools for providing job opportunities and creating wealth for the country. He said the objective of the stakeholders forum is to reaffirm SUM's zero tolerance for substandard products in the country. So about that, the Standard Organization of Nigeria advocating for locally made goods, I think that will actually spur the growth and development of Nigerian economy.
Yeah.
I think so, because there are too much of imported goods out there, whereby even the mentality of an average Nigerian, when a Nigerian sees a locally made product and the foreign one,
They prefer to go for the foreign one.
exactly, we tend to believe that the locally made ones are inferior
Yeah.
to the foreign made ones, especially those ones that have names, probably Christian Dior, Louis Vuitton, and the likes. And I actually think if the government or probably the private sector can actually look into shedding more light on the locally made ones, and probably if they start using it, it will make the masses to be able to trust in it. All right.
Okay, I was forced to sign prepared police statement, Chidima Ojukwu says. Chidima Ojukwu, the alleged killer of the Chief Executive Officer, Super TV, Isufo Ataga, on Thursday, told the Lagos State High Court, sitting at Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos, that she was slapped and forced to sign statements written by policemen in the state. Chidima, who testified in a trial within trial as defense witness 1, told Justice Yetunde Adesonya that policemen, including Assistant Superintendent of Police Olusegun Bamidele and Olufunke Madenilu, told her to sign statements against her will. She said Bamidele told her to narrate the statements he wrote to the State Commissioner of Police after tearing the statement she wrote. Chidima is standing trial over the alleged murder of Ataga. She's also charged with stealing and forgery alongside her sister Chioma Egbuchu and one Adedapo Quadri. Addressing the court on Thursday, Chidima, while being led in evidence in the trial within trial by her counsel Onuka Ego, told the court that on June 23, 2021, she was in a room at home when her 10-year-old sister informed her that some men were asking after her. The witness said, immediately my sister called my dad, her foster father, Ono Ojukwu, who came out and asked who the men were. They said they were policemen from SCID, Panti, and that they came to arrest me and to search the house, or that I should go in and bring the Ataga's phone. I said I don't know where the phone is and the car is, and one of the policemen slapped me. My dad said you cannot slap my daughter in my house, and the policeman tried to enter the room from the passage. Wow. I think the police force is, I don't understand what was going on with the police force. It's kind of like to even go to the to police station to go and write a statement is scary. To make a report now is scary. Now she was forced to, I know like something is wrong with our own destiny as well, but then for them to have forced her to write a statement against her own will, that's too much.
Well, actually, I'm talking from an experience I had with the Nigeria police, and it's not a good one. So I believe that everyone who has experienced one or two difficulties or negative thing with the Nigeria police force would actually be able to resonate with this lady. They'll be able to reason along the same line, because I was actually I was arrested 2017, February 2017. I can't forget that day. Yeah, I've forgotten the actual date, but February 2017. Then I was going back for my HND, and I was on bike with my earpiece, and my bag was at my back. I was putting on shorts and one kind of white and blue striped top. This policeman just parked. He now stopped my bike, said I should come down, and they were like, which work did they do? I said, I'm a student.
Of course.
So I was going out somewhere.
But they will never believe you.
Meet my landlord in his shop because I was just feeling bored at home that day. Like, let me just go and meet this guy. I was even rushing, unknowingly to me that I was rushing into something I don't even know about. So they stopped me. They now said, you be Yahoo boy. I said, Yahoo as well. What do you mean? That's why one of them just jumped down from the vehicle, brought out his gun, that I should enter.
Okay.
I was just like, God, what is this? I entered. That was how the man started threatening me. Even tried to use the butt of the gun to hit me.
You.
I was so scared because that was my first time. That was my first experience with the police force. They now started carrying me around. I saw how they actually picked up guys from the streets, whereby once they picked them up, those guys would settle them inside the vehicle. And
but you could not settle them then.
I could not say I had this UBA bank app on my phone, so I was forced to put my password, and they opened the my bank app. There was 110,000 naira there. The police actually took me to the ATM at is it okay, yeah, around Opik, Okelewo, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Yes, Sterling Bank to be precise.
You remembered every detail.
Everything because I was just so traumatized that day. They withdrew 60,000 naira from my account that day, and actually they told me what to write in the statement. They dictated it to me. That day I was just like, God, what is going on? So this kind of thing now, you don't expect me to support the police and this kind of thing. I can't say that the girl is lying.
No, she is not lying.
I've actually been in that kind of position before. So there are so many things that has been going on with the Nigerian police force, and I think
it needs to be reformed.
I think it just needs to be reformed.
Needs to be reformed entirely. I know Chidinma played a vital role in the death of Atafa. What was his name? Ataga. She plays a vital role in his death, but then forcing her to write a will to write a statement against her will. That's too much. That's very, very too much. All
right, let's go to the next report. The United States of America backs INEC on BVAS, threatens visa ban on election riggers. The U.S. also threw its weight behind the decision of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to deploy the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System, BVAS, and electronic transmission of results for the polls. Political counselor at the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria, Rolf Olsen, gave the warning on behalf of the U.S. government at the Hubert Humphrey Fellowship Alumni Association annual seminar on promoting electoral integrity in Nigeria, prospects and challenges in Abuja yesterday. Olsen, however, maintained that the U.S. does not have a candidate in the forthcoming election, while it supports all efforts to ensure the integrity of the 2023 polls. Recall that the U.S. government had imposed visa restriction on some individuals for their action during the November 2019 Kogi and Bayelsa elections and in the run-up to the September and October 2020 Edo and Ondo state election. Although the US did not reveal the identities of those who have been banned, it said the decision reflects its commitment to strengthening democracy in Nigeria. Meanwhile, INEC National Commissioner and Chairman on Information and Voter Education, Festus Keyamo, disclosed that 176,846 BVAS will be deployed to all polling units in the country, adding that the commission will make available at least 2 BVAS devices as a backup to each of the 8,809 registration areas. Is that a good?
I don't even know. Nigeria, I don't know. Hey, this country, the thing is, they can decide to do one thing today and then tomorrow they wake up and be like, no, they are going back on that. So this country is really, really, I don't know, is it messed up? I believe, I'm hoping, I don't know if they are going to work on it. I'm hoping they will they are going to do that. I'm just
now is the US. The United States is actually throwing its weight behind INEC.
Mm-hmm.
They are supporting INEC on beavers that those who plan to rig the election or election riggers or violators, those who will cause violence, they are threatening them with visa ban. They wouldn't give them visa to enter the US anymore. I think it's a good development.
It's a good development from the US, from the USA.
I think so. And those that they've said they've banned before, I think if they bring out their names to the public, that would be much more better. But looking at it from the other angle, I think it shows that the electoral institutions we have in Nigeria are actually
working.
Would I say they are weak or they are not doing up to what they ought to be doing?
They are not trustworthy. That's just the
exactly.
They are not trustworthy at all.
Institutions like EFCC, the
ICPC,
the SERAP.
Exactly.
What the US is doing is what they ought to be doing. Because we can see during the campaign rallies and the likes, we have seen different presidential candidates that actually say some kind of words to instigate electoral violence and probably ethnic divide or something.
Yeah,
I think they need to be, prosecuted.
I don't think all this thing is. I don't think they are hard, to accomplish. We just have to have the right people in those positions, because if the right people are not there, something else will happen.
In which position?
The INEC, the EFCC, everything, the ICPC, the SERAP, everything.
Of course.
Most of these people are being, is it manipulated, I would say?
Yeah.
They are being manipulated, so they don't have the mind to do things of their own. They are kind of being manipulated
by all these influential politicians.
Exactly.
To kind of buy them over.
Alright, so relief as Lagos Airport restores runway lights 14 years later. Local airlines can now heave a sigh of relief as the federal government finally restores airfield lighting on the runway 18L of the Murtala Mohammed Airport. The critical infrastructure had been in blackout in the last 14 years. And an operational nightmare for night operation in and out of the domestic terminal. It will be recorded that the runway that serviced the local airport was in 2008 rehabilitated but without provision for airfield lighting. Without runway lighting for night operation, the runway is shut at sunset, forcing the domestic terminal and airlines to wind down operations at docks, the peak of global air travel. At nightfall from 6 p.m., the alternative for all Lagos-bound domestic carriers to divert to the international section and be made to taxi about 4 kilometers back to the domestic terminal, which caused extra fuel, flight congestion, and disruption. Over a year ago, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria began the repair work and it reopened to flight operations at the weekend following a successful rehabilitation. Minister of Aviation Adi Sirika at the reopening of the runway said the new investment finally put closure to concerns on safety, airport efficiency, and airlines' high operating costs. Sirika noted that the runway caused untold hardship in the sector for 14 years and earlier administrations overlooked the critical infrastructure such that the airlines started seeing the abnormal as the norm. He, however, said that the current administration has done the needful as part of efforts to transform the aviation sector. Chairman of Airpace, Alan Oyema, commended the government and Sirika for changing the narrative. Oyema said, "I must applaud the federal government for successfully installing lighting facilities on runway. President Buhari has been supportive to the aviation sector, and projects like this one are a testament to the fact. One is not oblivious of the strides that have been achieved in Nigeria's aviation sector, courtesy of President Buhari." The installation of airfield lighting on this particular runway will go a long way in alleviating the sufferings of airlines and reducing the cost of operations, as well as enhance the possibility of increasing flight frequencies. It will also help reduce turnaround time, which makes for more operational efficiency, and both the operators and passengers will benefit from it. Nigerians, 14 years.
14 years. As much as I would want to see this from the positive perspective, yes, well, let me first of all appreciate the Lagos State government.
The Lagos State government
fixing this thing after
14 years.
14 years is just too long. But on the other side, what ought to have been done for a very
long time.
And I think this thing, are we to applaud them for doing their duty? When you are clapping for someone, it's like applauding someone for what they are being paid to do. I actually don't buy into that kind of idea. It's like electing a leader into power, like a president, and the president delivers. You are expected.
You're expected to deliver.
You are there. It's like thanking the driver for driving. No, you are being paid to do this thing.
Exactly.
That is your duty. I don't think there's anything to celebrate about it. I do tell people, all these local government chairmen, whereby they fix roads, they fix everything, they do pipe-borne water in their local government. It's because we have been used to the negativity.
Exactly.
So when we see something good, we tend to be overly appreciative about it, when it's actually their duty to do it. So I think other states can actually take a leaf out of what Lagos State has done, and those that have not been doing well should just please do their duty.
There are so many things to be done in Nigeria. In some states in Nigeria, so many things are happening in Nigeria that the governments are overlooking, and which is very bad. So many things are going on in Nigeria. Is it the girl child getting married at an early age, and so many things being given out to old men, and very annoying. So many things are happening in Nigeria. Or is it the education sector?
Oh, imagine.
As in very malnourished. Like the education sector is a mess.
Even nothing to write.
Even the electricity in Nigeria,
imagine,
is a mess. Everything in Nigeria is just. I think, like I said, if the head is you used to say, if the head is sick, the entire body to be sick. So that's just it. Something needs to be done. And in this coming elections, I think we have to be more wise.
Of course.
We have to use our initiative in this coming election so we can benefit good things in the next 8 years. Because to suffer for another 8 years is another thing. Please. Because things are really wrong. A lot of things are going wrong in this country that we are trying to overlook. And we are seeing it as normal things. That's the most annoying thing. Like, we tend to see these things as normal things. These things are normal. It's normal. Let's just exactly. So nothing is normal in this country. I beg. Like, we are just.
So I would just like to say, I don't even buy the idea of thanking people for doing.
You shouldn't thank them. It is their duties.
I'm not thanking anybody for doing their duty. It is what they are expected to do, and so there is nothing to celebrate about it from my personal angle. So let's go to the next report. APC knocks IU over PDP would win Lagos State. Comment. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has described claims by the national chairman of the PDP, Iyorchia Ayu, that the party would capture 25 states, including Lagos. But APC Publicity Secretary of Lagos State, Sheye Oladejo, clarified that Lagos State remains an impenetrable fortress for PDP with its more than 2 decades of electoral abysmal performance. He said, "Our attention has been drawn to the reckless and unrealistic claim of the opposition PDP to win Lagos and 24 other states in the forthcoming polls. While we acknowledge the consistency of the opposition party in its permanent daydreaming and irresponsible permutations, it's advisable to be more discerning to be able to absorb the shock of its impending devastating defeat. Nigerians stop taking PDP seriously before now with its intransigent crisis, which is clear reflection of poor leadership and ability to manage its affairs." For the APC to actually tackle Iyorchia Ayu of the PDP for saying such kind of words, I think is actually justifiable, because so far so good. For the past 20 years plus, APC has been in charge of Lagos State, and to be sincere and candid, they have been working. So, and there are not so many loopholes for the PDP to actually explore or think like taking over Lagos in this forthcoming election. I don't think so. I don't think so. So for you to actually say that that PDP would win Lagos State right now, though nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
But it is based on the work rate and the permutations,
The permutation,
alignment,
exactly.
and the
Because APC has really done well in Lagos State, to be
Lagos
precise. They have really done well in some parts of Lagos State, not all part of Lagos State, that's for sure. But they have really done well in Lagos State.
They have done well. It's just
done well.
they are not even leaving any space for PDP or any other
At
party
all.
to like
At all.
explore. So on the perspective of the APC, on the APC side, I think they're on the right path.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to be scared of when it comes to Lagos State,
At all.
because their work
will speak for them.
To speak for them.
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming to the end of the program, and we've talked about so many things. If you're just joining us, this is This Morning Lagos. This is This Morning Lagos, the program whereby we talk about recent happenings in the state and Nigeria at large, and we talk about APC knocking IU over PDP will win Lagos comment, the US backing INEC on Beavers, and they threatening visa ban on election riggers, the Standard Organization advocating patronage of locally made goods, anger as Lastma officials clamp down on motorists with trumped up charges. On the Ataga saga, I was forced to sign police statement, says Chidinma. Unilag student slumps dies while playing football. Relief as Lagos Airport restores runway light after 14 years. Alright, so we've looked at that, and so if you have any comment, you can drop a comment. You can do well to drop your comment in the comment section. So we've come to the end of the program today, and I believe you've learned from this and you've kind of been educated on the report we've brought to you today. I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide.
Alright, thank you our viewers, our esteemed viewers, for staying tuned. We really appreciate you all. We love you so much. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, click, and also put on your notification bell to get more and more from us. Thank you so much. I remain Adeni Adela. Thanks for joining us on Lagos This Morning. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Alright, have a wonderful day till we see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye.
100 naira eko, that's